Welcome to Digital DJing with Traktor. I'm DJ Shiftee.
I'm DJ Endo.
I've been DJing for 11 years.
I've been DJing 11 years as well.
We have 22 years of experience here, people. Get excited. We're both very excited because this is sort of, in our eyes, kind of a groundbreaking class. Because if you look at kind of how we both came up DJing, we both started on vinyl.
Yeah, I started on vinyl about 11 years ago, and from there moved on to using Final Scratch, and then they introduced Final Scratch technology with Traktor 2, and then to Traktor Pro, and now here we are at Traktor Pro 2, and you guys are the first to test it out. All right, so now that I have a different track loaded, I'm going to first scrub to the first beat here, and then I'm going to click on my beat grid button, and that's going to start the grid. If I zoom out, you see it sets this even grid of white lines. Those are the beats where Traktor thinks the beats are. And then I'm going to turn the tick button on, and I'm going to turn the cue button on, these two headphone buttons. And then I'm going to hit play, and we're going to hear a metronome. Now, what I like to do is I always shift everything to the right so I hear it go off first. It's kind of like tuning a guitar. And I'll even hold the button so it goes way off. And then I'll click and hold this left button again and bring it back on. Sounds about right. Now I'm just going to click around and just see if this tick still lines up at the beginning, middle, and end of the track. Sounds good. Now, one thing I notice is when I look at the BPM reading, it shows up as 129.999. My guess is that this track was produced at 130 BPM. So what I usually do is I'll check the very end of the track, press play, and I'll see what sounds better, 129.999 or 130.
And Endo just used another tool there, and that tool is a way to actually change the grid, to actually change the BPM and the distance between the grid lines. Recall we had these buttons up here, and those kept the BPM the same while shifting the grid. These buttons here will actually, this one will make the grid lines further apart, which will bring the BPM down, and this one will bring the lines closer together and thus raise the BPM. So if we're in a situation where we're going through and it's, maybe it's on here and it's on here, but Traktor has actually gotten the BPM wrong, one of our tools to fine tune are these buttons here. Another tool that we have to change the BPM is to actually click the number itself and drag up and down. So here we'll actually see the BPM changing and the grid lines moving. So sort of, there's a lot of tools here. So I would say an advisable step-by-step process is step one, set down your grid marker and make sure that your one is in the right place. And then after that, go through to make sure that the grid lines are lining up with the beats.
So another tool that we have, let's just go back to what we had before, 129.999. Another tool we have is the control button. If you hold the control button down while you click on any of these buttons, the shift left or shift right buttons or the BPM buttons, it will move a lot faster. So if I go to the beginning, hit play, if I just click on this button and hold, now if I hold the control button and click on the top buttons, it moves a lot faster.
Slow down, Endo, you're going to hurt somebody.
So you can see if the grid's way off, if it's like this, you can just hold control, and it'll put it back on really quickly. So I'm taking these tracks that I was using before, and we're just going to pretend that this Pleasure Grip track has been playing out, and this is like the last big breakdown of the track. So I'm just going to play it from here. I'm just going to speed it up to its normal speed here. So as soon as the kick drum comes back in, I'm going to do my Q, Q, Q play. I'm going to move the crossfader over to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So this track is it's going to start to wind down as it after that last breakdown there. And I'm just going to kind of smoothly bring in this next track. And in dance music, a lot of dance music is done in long extended mixes, so I'm just going to sort of give you an example of that. Hear the bass lines coming in of this Get Down track.
And because these both are put together in a similar structure, you'll hear the sections kind of moving together. They're both working with 16 bar, 32 bar structure here.
I just double clicked on the crossfader to put it to center.
Whoa, 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 Endo, what is that? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on. Oh, nothing to see here, folks. Nothing to see here. We'll get to that later. And you can even let these tracks play and play and play. You know, because they're working with the same structure, it's like, it's not only are they handing the baton off to each other, they're doing another lap together, skipping around the track arm in arm.
You could go to the bathroom and these tracks would still be playing a minute later.
Don't go to the bathroom yet. Oh!
And since these tracks are in the same kind of key, they sound good together.
And notice what's happening right here. The track on the right is going to hit its breakdown. I can tell because the waveform gets much smaller as soon as a big change happens on deck A. As soon as a new section comes in. So we're going to get a really nice mix here.
So I'm just kind of moving the crossfader just a little bit. And when this breakdown comes over, I'm going to use the crossfader to just punch this track in. I'm just going to take the crossfader and just jam it to the right.
When the beat comes back in. So not only are we matching up the songs, but our actions are following the structure of the song. I see the baton about to be passed.
1, 2, 3, 4, bam!
Boom! Seamless. And it's really because our actions mirror the structure of the songs. And that's phrase mixing right there. You'll build up an intuition for it. But yeah, we're trying to make it so that the songs move together, the songs work together, they have a conversation together. Sort of the math behind it is knowing how long the different sections are and matching up sections of the same length. Or knowing how long sections are and dropping that so that sections end at the same time. So once again, we need effects panel 2 to apply. Dry wet is the same. It gives us either the sound totally affected or a mix between the sound not affected and affected or just the dry sound. When we're dealing with these advanced effects, we need to turn the whole panel on. And then what we have here are different controls. For each effect, we're actually going to have different choices here for what we can use. So if we turn this on, usually when I'm working with this delay, 50% is a good one. So let's do that. And so we have a rate here. And then we have feedback. That's how long it's going to repeat. So we can change whether it has a long tail or a short tail. And we can also have a filter on it, meaning the sounds that get repeated, they can actually have a filter built into them. So if it's like this, when the sounds repeat, we only hear their high frequencies. Here we only hear the low, 12 o'clock. We get sort of a nice even sound. What we also have is in addition to these controls here, these buttons, this RST is usually reset, which means set everything back to the beginning. But then these other buttons here will usually do something also. So one cool one is this SPR, which I guess is spread, which will pan our echo. So when it echoes, it's now when it delays, it's now like a pan delay, meaning it's sending the sound to our different headphones, to the different ears of our headphones, to the different sides of the system. And then this freeze here, I love this freeze so much. I use this freeze all the time. And what this will do is it will truly echo out your sound in a very pleasing way on beat. You can change how long it's going to do that with the feedback. And is that just not saying, please play another song right now? It makes it so you can transition from anything to anything.
Welcome to Dubspot. We believe in providing you hands-on experience right away. Whether you're completely new to music and want to turn the sounds in your head into a musical reality, or you're an experienced artist looking to refine your skills and add new tools to your arsenal, we're ready to meet you at your level. For students of all ages, all levels, and all styles of music, Dubspot is here to help you achieve your goals. With course offerings both online wherever you are and at our school in the heart of New York City, we are ready to guide you through the next phase of your musical transformation. Whether you want to produce music, DJ, or do both, you've come to the right place. Come explore Dubspot for yourself. Become a part of our community and make music.